Let's get in to main topic number one. And our first main topic today gets submitted to us by Ahmed Jacobs, who writes, where'd Ahmed go? There he is. Ahmed Jacobs, who writes, I personally liked Birds of Prey, but it wasn't nearly as good as I was hoping it would be. I know it only made $200 million and lost the studio a ton of money, so I was surprised when I heard that Cathy Yan, who is the director of Birds of Prey, was already developing the next movie and that it's going to revolve around Harley and her relationship with Poison Ivy. Is another Harley Quinn movie actually going to happen? All right, thanks for sending that in, man. And yes, the first Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie, I'll be honest with you. To me, it's the first DCEU connected movie that I actually just flat out didn't like. I mean, Suicide Squad was a hot mess of a movie, but I ended up having a good time. I like all the other DCEU movies, some more than others. But I started to get pretty excited about Birds of Prey near its opening day. Because at first I thought, why are you making this movie? And then the last week or two before it opened, with the trailers were getting better, and I'm like, okay, all right, because I love Margot Robbie. I like the Harley Quinn character. The Harley Quinn TV animated show has got me excited about the character, so I'm like, all right, let's get excited about this. And for me, even though the movie had its upside, it was a little bit disappointing, but not nearly as disappointing as the box office results. This movie lost them a ton of money, which makes it a little bit surprising that Cathy Yan has come out and said she's actually already started developing the next movie they want to make. This is a report that we're getting. This is from Cathy Yan herself, who said this. I would love to see Poison Ivy, and I would certainly love to see the relationship between Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I don't know if it'll actually happen. I think people aren't ready to let go of Harley quite yet. And Margot, I don't think is ready to let go of Harley Quinn yet either. So hopefully. Now, this is a statement she made after also saying that she's already developing this new movie, and this new movie she wants to do would revolve Harley Quinn and her relationship with Poison Ivy. For people who know the comic stuff, there have been certain stories and certain iterations that reference a romantic relationship between Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. And of course, in the new animated series, there is a best friends relationship, which is awesome in the animated series between Harley and Poison Ivy. They're basically your two main characters, and I absolutely love it. But Rob, as much as I would love to see a live action Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy on screen, whether it's in a romantic relationship or not, I would love to see that. I would love to see it. I think that would be fun. I think that's a great, weird chemistry dynamic that I think the animated show captures perfectly. I would love to see it in live action. But Rob, I cannot imagine any reality that another Harley Quinn movie actually gets greenlit. I can't see it happening. This movie lost so much money. And on top of that, we're going to get our Harley Quinn fix when James Gunn brings us another Suicide Squad movie, one that I am very highly anticipating. And maybe somewhere down the line, they can give us or they can scratch our Harley Quinn Poison Ivy itch, no pun intended, with another Suicide Squad. But I cannot see them taking another stab at a solo movie. Rob, you're hearing this whole thing. What do you think about the idea in general? And do you think this will actually happen in any way?
Probably. Well, probably not, because, I consider Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn what I like to call an image character, meaning she's really cool looking and she's got funny character traits and all that, but she's basically one note. And I just don't know if there's enough of her to sustain. I mean, I don't think she sustained Birds of Prey. She's fun to watch. And she certainly plays the character to the hilt. But, you look at her and you're like, I don't think there's enough there to build a movie around. I mean, the film, I just like the Birds of Prey movie. To me, also, one of the problems was the Birds of Prey weren't kick-ass enough. I mean, they didn't.
Well, they were hardly in it. They were hardly in it.
What I wanted to see was the female equivalent of The Dirty Dozen. A team building movie and I just felt the characters were the way they were portrayed was a little lackluster. And I didn't feel that I got enough there just wasn't enough substance there for me. It was all image. it just felt very surfacey. And, Cassandra Cain, and it's not that everybody didn't give it their best shot. I just thought the conception of the film, the very DNA of the movie, didn't really work. I mean, I can understand why certain people like it. I mean, what I'm noticing a lot about people is sometimes just seeing these characters portrayed is enough for some people, but movies still have to resonate on many different levels. And I don't feel that we got that. I think Harley Quinn might be best, like you said, as a secondary character. That's where maybe she belongs. And obviously Margot Robbie is a great actress. She's great in the role. But you got to have a movie that works around the character for that to carry a feature film. And I didn't see that in Birds of Prey.
You know what? You brought up a really interesting point about her kind of being one note. And I think that was part of the frustration for me, because when you look at the Harley Quinn character in Suicide Squad, for all of its faults, the Harley Quinn character in Suicide Squad was a little more than one note. They actually had some pretty interesting dimensions to her there on a different level of psychoses and all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of interesting. I'm not saying it was, Oscar worthy or anything, but it was pretty interesting. I felt like when they went into Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, I feel like they then narrowed the character down to one note. I felt like this was a more fleshed out character in the Suicide Squad. And if you're going to bring her into her own movie, you should be expanding on that. Instead, she was very simple and very one note, and not at all the character that a lot of us really enjoyed in that first movie. So,
right.
So I don't know. It seems like they're moving backwards. Question here is, guys, what do you think about that? Number one, would you be interested in another Harley Quinn standalone film if it featured the relationship of Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy? But really, the bigger question is, do you think, understanding the financial losses the movie took, do you think they would ever actually move forward with it at this point? What do you guys think? Jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys.